Hello, hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Susan, and it is that time of the year. It is around the corner. Dun 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 dun. Yes. So you're going to be making Christmas stuff, and our first project is gonna be this beautiful table mat or placemat. Yeah, it has this beautiful finishing of the tulip stitch, and it is easy to make, my friends. Easy to make. It consists of just 3 colors, and yeah, let's get into the video. If you are a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you so much, you're the best. And if you are new here, please join the family. Just click that red button and you are a member. So let's begin. So these are the colors that we are going to need to make this placement. So we are going to begin with yellow, red, and I'm going to be using a 4mm crochet hook. So let's begin. So we are going to start by making a magic ring, okay, and putting 12 half double crochets in the magic ring, first chaining up 3, and then we go back into the ring, and then we put 11 half double crochets in the ring. Okay, I'm gonna meet you right back after the 11 stitches. So we are done with our 11 stitches. We're going to find our chain on top of the chain, and we slip stitch, okay, slip stitch there. Then we're going to pull up on this tail here so we can close up the circle, and this is what we have. So we are going to chain 1. From now on, we're not going to make a chain because we don't want it. Just chain 1 and then put a double crochet in the same stitch as the chain 1, and then put another double crochet there, giving us 2, and we're going to continue putting double crochet. This stitch here, please don't skip it. I remember when I was starting crochet, I could skip it, I could not count it as a stitch, but don't skip it. We're going to put 2 double crochets there, okay, and then 2 double crochet in each stitch till we reach the end. So we're at the end of our row, and the end you should be having 24 stitches. Now we're gonna slip stitch on top of that first double crochet like that. Then we're gonna chain 1, and then we go back into that stitch and we put 2 double crochets there, and then in the next stitch we're going to put 1, 2 in the next, 1 in the next. So you're going to repeat this all the way around. That is 2 1 2 1 until the end. So now we're at the end, and we're going to end with 1 double crochet in that last stitch. And please don't crochet in this here, it's a slip. No, so we don't crochet in that, a slip stitch. So you're gonna slip stitch into the first, make a chain, go back into that stitch, put 1 double crochet, okay, go into the next stitch, put 1 double crochet, those are 2 in the next 2 stitches, and then in the third stitch we're going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Then in the next stitch we're going to put 1, and in the next stitch 1, and in the next stitch 2. So this is the sequence you're going to repeat, okay. 1 double crochet in the next two stitches, and then 2 double crochets in the next third stitch. That is our increase. Okay, now we're going to go into the last stitch of this row, and we should be ending with 2 double crochets. Now if you have to go back and count, make sure that you're putting 2 1 2 1. Just do that, because if you don't, then you're going to mess up the whole work. Now we're going to bring in our white. Okay, and we are going to slip stitch, but with white. Okay, so we pull the red tight, and then we're going to slip stitch with our white, chain 1. Okay, then I'm going to tie a knot at the back, just 1, and then we're going to cut off the red like that. So now after tying a knot, we chain 1, we've done, and we go into the same stitch as the slip stitch, working on top of the tails, and we put 1 double crochet, and then we put another double crochet, giving us 2 in that stitch. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1, skip the next chain, skip the next, and then we go into the next, and we're going to put 2 double crochets there. Okay, like that. Do the next, chain 1, skip the next, put 2 double crochets in the next. So this is what you're going to repeat. Chain 1, okay, skip the next, put 2 double crochets in the next. So this is what you're going to repeat. Chain 1, okay, 2 double crochets in the next, chain 1, skip a stitch, then put 2 double crochets in the next stitch until we reach the end of this round. I'm at the end, and I'm putting our last double crochet there. Okay, you have to make sure that you end with a stitch here that you've not worked in. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to slip stitch into our first double crochet like that. Then I'm going to chain up 4. Okay, this is going to work as a double crochet. Then I'm going to go in the next stitch, and I'm going to put 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet again in the space. Okay, you remember this chain space we made on the previous row. This is where we're going to put this V stitch. So you skip onto the next, make a double crochet, chain 2, again into the same space, make another double crochet. Okay, go into the next, don't chain when you're skipping into the next, then make a double crochet, chain 2, again a double crochet in that space, hop onto the next space, make a double crochet, chain 2, and then a double crochet in the same space. So this is what you're going to repeat all the way until you come back here. We have reached at the end, and we are going into our last space. We put a 1 double crochet there, a chain 2, and then we are going to count 1 2 3. We make a slip knot. So this time around we are going to chain 1, and then we're going to cut off the yarn like that. Okay, so we're going to get our red. Okay, so for the next round, that is round 7, we're going to start with a magic with a slip knot on our hook. Make it a little bit loose, and then we find any space like this space here. Okay, and then we put one double crochet there like that. Okay, then you're going to chain 2 into the next space, the V space, put 1 double crochet, chain 2 into the next, you put 1 double crochet, chain 2 into the next, you put 1 double crochet. So this is what you're going to repeat all the way to the end of our work, to the end of our round. Okay, so now we're back at the end, chain 2, then we put our last double crochet there and chain the last 2, and we are going to slip stitch on top of that first double crochet like that. So we're going to chain 1 and we're going to cut off the yarn. Okay, so for row 8, we're going to bring in back our white, and we're going to repeat these 2 rows. Okay, so now we're going to make a slip knot on our hook. Don't make it too tight. Okay, then we're going to find any space on our work. We're going to yarn over, hold there so it can stay, and then we go into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There's a double crochet. So we're going to repeat this row here. Okay, our first white row that we did, that is putting 2 double crochet, chain 1, go in the next space, put 2 double crochet, chain 1, go in the next space, put 2 double crochets. Okay, all the way to the end here. So you're going to repeat this row and this row. Okay, you're going to repeat these 2 rows. Okay, so if you have to go back to pause and go back, you can do that. Then I'm going to meet you back when I'm done with my 2 rows. I have reached the end. Okay, gonna go into that stitch, the last one, put a double crochet, make a chain 2, and then you're gonna slip stitch on top of our first chain like that. So this is what we have. So next is I'm gonna chain 1, go back into our slip stitch. I'm gonna put a half double crochet there, and then another, double crochet and another double crochet in that stitch. Okay, then I'm gonna chain 1, go in the next stitch, the V stitch, put 2 double crochets there. Okay, this stitch here. So from now on we're going to chain 1, skip that next stitch, go in the V stitch, and we put 2 double crochets, chain 1, skip the next stitch, go in the V stitch, put 2 double crochets. Okay, we're going to repeat this all the way up to here. Now we have reached the end of our work, and this is what we're going to do. Slip stitch, chain 1, and then we're going to cut off the yarn, pull up the loop. So this is what we have. Okay, I always like to show you in between the progress. So this is what we have. Now we are going to bring in our red. Okay, so again we're going to make a slip knot on our hook, and then we're going to find any spot yarn over, hold it, and then we make a double crochet. Okay, gonna yarn over, go into this double crochet and make a double crochet. In the next stitch, make a double crochet, and in the space here, make a double crochet. Double crochet in the next double crochet. So you're just going to keep putting double crochet in the 2 double crochets on our previous row, and then a double crochet in the chain space, in the space here, okay, all the way to the end of this row round. Okay, so we're now at the end of our row 11. We're gonna slip stitch into here, okay, gonna skip this and we slip stitch in here like that. Then I'm gonna chain up 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go back into the stitch as the chain, and we put 2 double crochet, another double crochet they are giving us 2, then into the next double crochet there we're gonna put 1, and in the next 1, again 1 in the next, okay, and then 2 in the next, 1, 2. So we are going to repeat this, okay, 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Then in the 4th stitch we're going to put 2 double crochets. That's an increase. So you are going to repeat this, okay, 3, then 2 in 1 stitch, 3, 2 in 1 stitch, all the way to the end of this round. Okay, so we have reached the end of our row. That chain does not count as a stitch, okay, so you're going to chain up 2 again, and we are going to put a double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and then I'm going to come back when I'm done with mine. Just putting double crochets, no increasing, no nothing, just double crochets. So we at the end of our row of not increasing, so you're gonna slip stitch on top of that first double crochet, chain 1, and then we cut off the yarn. So we're now going to bring in our green. So I already have a loop on my hook. I'm gonna yarn over and hold that in place, gonna find a stitch, and then we make a double crochet there, okay, then I'm going to chain 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and we have made a V stitch, yarn over, skip 2, 1, 2, following by double crochet, 2 chains, yarn over, and another double crochet. Okay, so you're going to repeat this 1, 2, 3. You're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. That is a V stitch in 1 stitch, and then skip 2, and then 1, 2, and another V stitch in the next stitch, in the 3rd stitch, all the way to the end of this round. So we are at the end, 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to slip stitch into our first double crochet like that, okay, slip stitch into it, and then we're going to chain 1 and cut off this yarn, the green yarn. So I'm gonna get my white yarn and put it on our hook. and then we are going to go in the stitch here, the V stitch. We make a double crochet, but this time around we're gonna make it differently. So we yarn over, we don't finish it. Okay, we have 2 loops. Again, yarn over, make another double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, don't finish it. Okay, again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, don't finish it. We have 4 loops and 3 double crochets, yarn over and pull all loops on our hook. So we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in the next V stitch we're going to do the same. Yarn over, 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through the last one, yarn over, pull through 2, then we have 4 loops, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on our hook. Okay, so we're going to repeat this pattern all the way around until you come back on your starting point. Okay, so now I've reached the end and putting our last so we chain 3 and then we slip stitch into the first like that, chain 1, and then we cut off the yarn. Okay, so we pull up a loop like that and voila. So don't mind, it's gonna lay flat. Okay, no, it is still new. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Now what we need is our darning needle. Okay, and we have to just weave in the ends. Okay, all these yarn tails that we've been leaving, we're just gonna weave them in and then we are done. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. I will be seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed and have a wonderful time. Cheers.